The EU stand before an ultimatum to either deregulate its internal market or lose out against the United States and China economically. RIGS Europe hosted a panel debate between various representatives from European politics and economic scholarship on this topic. Are there things that the member states of the EU do better than the bureaucratic machine in Brussels when it comes to economic decisions?
Magdalena, Rzeczkowska, what do you think about EU's control and regulation? Has it a part in the rising black markets?
Yes, it's. I will repeat what I said, because regulation is one part, and I will go back to this. But what is really very important in tackling this problem of illicit products either coming to Europe or being produced in Europe but distributed also with the modern innovative ways like internet platforms, digital trade. So it's very important to find a proper way to efficiently control and to have an efficiently functioning forces, services, and coordinated in a coordinated way. So Europe was mentioned, so it is very important that the cooperation between the EU countries, between the EU authorities was there, and exchange of information, exchange of experience also, it is very important, because you can have the best law ever, but if you do not implement it correctly and if you don't execute the law properly, then it will not work. And we can observe this on many, I think, aspects and policies in Europe, that the law is there, but it's we have problems because it is not properly executed, and this creates for businesses an unequal level playing field, so uncompetitiveness. And as far as the legislation is concerned, it is of course very important that EU legislators, so the European Commission, and follow maybe and try also to learn from the past and from the history of member states, what the member states were doing, especially maybe as tobacco products are concerned and excise duties. So it is important to follow the good patterns and the good experience and to have a dialogue with business, because it's and to analyze. Before you introduce new law, you need to try and to learn what and predict what can be the impact. Because not to every product, not to every good, you can follow the same pattern as to others. And coming to the tobacco products and tobacco market, what we did in Poland was to introduce within our strategy also a strategy towards the taxation. So to have a social agreement, contract with the business, with the market, on the way how the taxes will be increased. So there was a roadmap created and accepted. And it wasn't very easy to agree on the content of the map and on the way forward, but it was worth to do this, because this stabilized market, this gives for the companies, SMEs, big companies, big corporations, a trustful way that they know how when the taxes will be increased, how much they will be increased, so they can plan on their business strategies, on their investments, on their pricing, and the consumers are also more secure because they know that there will not be a high rise in prices unexpectedly happen. So it helped, but also of course there are many there are other aspects which also have to be taken into account.
And I think sorry to interrupt you. We will take those other aspects later on.
First of all, internal market in European Union should become to be an internal market, because today, for example, I assisted in an IMCO committee to a discussion, a dialogue, debate, I'm sorry, about the so-called double standard. And in this market, there are a lot of things to be done in order to get rid of this double standard and about the double quality of products. Second, it's about custom duties. This is an exclusive competence of the European Union and not to the member state. So this should be probably much more well and effectively done by the Commission. But let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something different. You know, in my understanding, excise duties are taxes which are intended to prevent consumption of some products. And I'm speaking about tobacco, which is, of course, dangerous for health. And I'm speaking about alcohol, which is, of course, dangerous for health. You know, in Romania, around 10% of the entire collection at the state budget comes from excise duties. And this is why all the times then a government like in Romania needs some money, they modify and they increase the excise duties on tobacco, on alcohol, or even on gas. If you do this, if you transform excise duty into exclusive revenue to the state budget, you will not go anywhere. You will make very, very interesting and profitable for smugglers not to pay excise duties, like in our Spanish colleague example.
Argentinians.
I'm sorry. You know, your accent is Spanish, so yeah. It's an honorable mistake, I'm sorry. Yeah. And third and last, you know, at least in my opinion as a lawyer and as a professor, I see the hyper complexity of the regulation as a way of avoiding the, I don't know, the honest manner to do business. Regulation from here, from Brussels, are too complex. I myself, I have difficulties sometimes to not only to understand, even to read all those pages of recitals, which are the beginning of the directives and the rules. And this is also reason that some people which wants to do their business in an honest manner, they fall into a, I don't know, semi-black, grayish kind of activities because of this fact. An example in them done. In Romania, there are in west of the country, there are a lot of small and medium enterprising making alcohol in a traditional manner. You know, maybe you heard about this product, alcohol product, which is called to be Hungarian, but actually is Romanian. It's palinka. Do you know palinka?
Yes.
Palinka, it's a traditional way, a kind of alcohol made in the west of Romania, northwest of Romania. And it's somehow exempted of stamp duties and also stamp duties, I'm sorry, excise duties. And in order to, I don't know, to do it in a family manner, you will not pay excise duty. But they did, and they do this in Romania, in Transylvania, and in Hungary, a lot of this kind of palinka not paying the excise duty. Why? Because regulation, procedures, all of this complication are too complicated, too complex. So deregulation, simplify the regulation. Yeah, thank you, but now I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Thank you.